everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are doing a video about something that most people probably experience at some point in their lives if they've been affected by mental illness, which is the placing of blame. We ourselves, like in our family, have experienced it quite a lot actually. I don't know if more so than others or less, but yeah, we've experienced it a lot. Mainly through everyone, through people around us, through therapists, through just everything. So yeah, we thought it's something that would be quite worth covering.
Because with a physical illness, you can kind of, pretty much all the time, see where the body went wrong. And you go, it started there, this is what started that, this is how we solve it. Whereas mental illness, you don't really know. There's so many things that can start it or that can trigger it, contribute to it. You just don't know. So I think blame is thrown around just because people don't know where it's come from. And also, I think some people generally believe that it's because of this, and sometimes it is, but a lot of the time, people just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that obviously me and Sam have been brought up exactly the same. Mum put us in the same clothes. Like, she made sure we were always in the same...
That's where it went wrong.
She made sure we were always in the same class at school. We were always in the same group of friends, hung around with the same people. And Sam got mental illness and I didn't.
Because people often blame the parents. I mean, my parents got blamed a lot. But for me being ill, they were like, you haven't raised her right, you've done this wrong, you've done that wrong. And then there's Charlotte, who's like the most like straightforward, like non-mental person. Yeah, you wouldn't, like you just, I think through our experience as well, this is what I think anyway, I think when you're born, you were, what's it called?
Predispositioned.
You're like
susceptible.
Predisposition, is that like
you can tell we've both been brought up the same. No, like you have a predisposition to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but when you're like susceptible to it, I think I've always been susceptible for it, or I've had quirks since I was younger, and I think
it's how you look at situations.
Yeah,
like
we were saying that.
Yeah, you'll look at a situation different to how I look at a situation.
Yeah.
So, for example, like we've had times where it's like, oh, do you think it's because of this incident 10 years ago that stopped you eating or something? Yeah. And it's like, well, that same thing could have happened to me, but it wouldn't have stopped me eating.
Yeah, because I was always quite a big child, and
you were big.
Okay. I thought I was big anyway, and Charlotte was always very slim, and I always used to look at Charlotte and think, I'd love to be like Charlotte, but in fact I should have just looked at myself and just been happy in myself, and if I wanted to do something about it, then I should have done something about it, and it's not Charlotte's fault at all, it's just the way I looked at this situation. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But I think going back to the blame thing, we've come into contact with certain people, and we're never going to say who said what, but secret. But they've blamed me, and at some points when Sam was ill, I did blame myself because I thought, well, what did I do? Maybe maybe it's because Sam wanted my figure or something.
When you did nothing.
That was just me, and I didn't even realise that she wanted it. I didn't even realise that my figure was nice at the time. I mean,
Charlotte used to have a 6-pack.
Not anymore.
Yeah, you do.
But it's just the blame that gets put on people.
Yeah, and I hate the thought of it.
The camera.
I hate the thought of Charlotte getting the blame, because Charlotte was anything but amazing to me.
We would really like you to know, because our family have gone through quite a difficult time with thinking, what have we done wrong? What did we do? Was it this one time? Like I said, 10 years ago, was it when I said this? Maybe I shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, was it like mum going on a diet?
Yeah, was it mum going on a diet? Because a lot of mums do get blamed, it's because you went on a diet and you were conscious about your weight, your child is.
Was it because dad eats healthy?
Yeah.
No. It's not at all. It's just sometimes you don't even know what it is.
No, it's just the way it is. I think it's just some people get it and some people don't. And it's just unfortunate. But if you're a carer watching this video, we'd like you to know way before we learnt that it's not, generally, it's not your fault. It's just something that unfortunately happens.
Yeah. It's something, I guess you have to stop kind of thinking, what was it? Who was it? What do I blame for it? And just find a solution for it. And then that's how it's going to get solved, is to stop questioning things and just think, okay, right, this is what it is. Because I talked to Charlotte about some stuff, and she's like, well, you know, I wouldn't do it myself, like, but I get it, I understand it. How is that about blame?
It's not really.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good point, though. That's about understanding.
Yeah, I had a link, but I don't know where that went.
We'd quite like to end this video on the point that, unfortunately, there are a lot of people, professional and just in your lives in general, who want to pinpoint and have a blame for mental illness. It's kind of like in life. Everyone's just blaming people and things for
and
everything.
the judgment as well.
Yeah. And, you know, sometimes, like Sam said, there isn't normally there isn't always a reason. It might be that something triggered it, but if it wasn't that, then it was going to be something else, maybe like a month later.
I'm no surgeon, but it could be like an illness. So, for example, if you were kind of predispositioned to it, it's gonna come, but you may do things that might trigger it. Like, for example, like diet, exercise, smoking, drinking, they might trigger it. I hope that makes sense.
No, because yours started because you got ill and lost weight.
Yeah, so I got ill and lost weight, and I had like a cold. People were like, "Oh, you look good, Sam," and I was like, "Ooh," and then obviously I was like, "I'm gonna lose a bit more," and then it just got carried away, and that's when the anorexia kicked in. So it had something that triggered it, but I was always kind of on the edge of it. I was always conscious of it, but I hid it and blah blah blah. So I think
it wasn't the people's fault that was saying you look nice, Sam.
No,
because she was already had the thoughts in her head, and unfortunately they were just kind of a bit triggering. But if it wasn't that was going to trigger it would have been something else.
Yeah. It was no one's fault. It was the way I looked at things.
Yeah.
So
whereas if I got ill and lost weight, I'd be quite happy about it, but then wouldn't really do anything about it and probably just continue to
put it
back on again. So I think it shows the difference between the way you look at certain situations. Anyway, I think we're done now, but thanks for listening and we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon, guys. We hope that helped.